What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Unhinged and Undocumented. I'm here with the big man, myself, Jimbo, along with the twin magic, Cody and Rafe,
How y'all doing?
and our resident undocumented man, Cruz himself.
Well,
Good to see everybody again. We took a little hiatus because we all had some things going on, but we're back, and boy, do we got some things to talk about. We're going to kick off the night with probably, for us, the hottest topic to talk about right now is WWE. And Cruz, I am going to let you take center stage because there is some stuff to talk about.
oh boy, is there? Where to start? Let me see. Let me
Oh,
pull
boy,
up my
pal.
little. Right. Oh god, so much to talk about. So of course we had Clash at the Castle this past weekend. I say
Great
pretty.
PLE.
I say pretty decent. Pay-per-view. Of course, the big story coming out of that was, of course, the greatest swerve ever on from the Drew McIntyre Damian Priest match when
Oh my.
oh
Oh
my
my.
god. Of course, I
Oh.
mean, spoiler to anybody who hasn't seen it yet, um but yeah, of course, it was a pretty good match. Of course, we had the scary botch
Yeah.
from
That
Damian
was
Priest, but from what I read, he's doing okay. There was no like serious injury or anything like that.
I thought he
Yeah.
hurt his
Thank
leg
God
pretty
that
bad.
yeah, me too, because
It was really well on both of their parts for them for Drew McIntyre to notice that he was in a dire situation. And I don't know if y'all caught it or not that he actually checked on him before he went back into it.
And
yeah,
he actually he was gonna try and release him, but I think
Yeah.
Damien told him just like kind of use it as a spot.
yeah,
Like I'm
just like
okay,
roll
just
with it.
keep.
Yeah, that's what I told Megan too. I was
Yeah,
like, "Hey, good on Drew McIntyre," because you could definitely see that he went up to him and like grabbed. Was like, you good.
Yeah, you
You
could
know,
legit see
yeah,
he was concerned after seeing that.
yeah.
Like,
yeah.
He broke character for a little bit to make sure he was okay, but no, luckily, like I said, nothing happened. He's all good for now. But of course, closing seconds of the match. Ref takes a bump. Drew McIntyre hits the Claymore, knocks Priest down. Drew goes for the pin. Of
One,
course, no ref.
two.
Yeah, you can hear the crowd counting, but there's no ref. And then I love the camera work that they did for the
oh, it was
reveal
perfect.
for what
It was
happened. But
fantastic.
see the faraway shot, you see someone just coming running down the entrance. You see a ref slide in. One, two, stops.
He said,
Why? Now, why? Why did he stop, you ask? Because the ref was none other than CM Punk,
"The
who
greatest in
just
the
came out of
world."
nowhere. Just came out of nowhere and basically cost Drew the title. Of course, Drew gets up, grabs Punk by the throat, pushes him into the corner, and of course, low blow from CM Punk puts Drew in position for South of Heaven from Damian Priest, and 1, 2, 3 from the regular ref, and Damian Priest walks out the winner. And man, CM Punk became public enemy number one after that.
I
Oh
am telling
man,
you,
did he?
the storytelling in this CM Punk Drew McIntyre
Dude,
setup is insane.
It is
dude, right?
It's fucking
wild.
great.
Oh man,
I'm not
I've
even gonna
definitely been
lie.
enjoying it.
I
Uh,
expected something from CM Punk at Clash of the Castle, like to come out and attack Drew McIntyre, like say like after the match, like after he had won, because I was fully expecting Drew McIntyre to beat Damian Priest and become the new champion. Fully
yeah,
expecting that to happen. Fully expecting CM Punk to attack him post match and whatnot. But
yeah,
that was gorgeous
that was
to
great.
set up so much to come.
Mhm.
Oh, CM Punk, you bastard! But I loved it.
And of course, the other results coming out of Clash at the Castle: Cody Rhodes defeats AJ Styles in the I Quit match, which I also thought was pretty good. I love
Honestly,
the
I
I
have
love
to
the I
say that
Quit
was
match.
probably my favorite match of the night. I
Hmm
mean, it was
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
everything was executed perfectly. And then
Oh,
him
yeah.
him
100%.
asking his mom, "Should I hit him? Should I hit
Yeah,
him?"
I was
yeah,
like,
asking his mom to get him with the
should
stats.
I do it?
That was
Yeah.
hilarious.
And then she slapped AJ like 10 times.
Oh
Yeah.
god, that was hilarious. I love the spot where AJ goes for the phenomenal forearm with the handcuffs wrapped around his arm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He's about to jump, and then Cody Rhodes just out of nowhere, just his inner Sabu from ECW just throws a chair at
Chair.
AJ, and AJ goes
Oh,
tumbling
He is-
down. That was the best. That was the
that
best.
was
I've seen so many people post the clip of that, and they put like cartoon sound effects.
yeah,
It is
the
so
cartoon
hilarious.
stuff, dude.
It's
That had
so
me and
hilarious.
Megan rolling so hard, but I mean,
It's so
it
funny.
was such a good shot.
Yeah. Oh my god, it was hilarious. We also had the Unholy Union defeating Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill, Shayna Baszler, and Zoe Stark for the WWE Women's Tag Team
Yeah,
titles.
Thank
go
God.
Which
go Alba Fire.
which I was pretty hyped about. I
Oh,
actually didn't
I
mind
was
that.
really excited about that.
It was pretty decent match. You know, they all showed what they could do, and I did love the little team up between Shayna and Stark and the Unholy Union to try to take out Bianca and Jade. So it was just them down to
I
them
can
two.
honestly say though, I saw them winning, but I didn't expect them to. I thought Shayna and Zoe were gonna win.
And Zoe Stark.
Yeah.
That'd have been quite the shocker if they'd have won legitimately.
Well, considering the push that they've been giving them the past couple of weeks and whatnot, I did see it going in their favor. But again, unpopular opinion, I'm just happy that the other two lost.
But also, I could see is why the Unholy Union won it because Shayna just lost to fucking Lola Vice in NXT. So
She did.
I mean, I don't. I think they're gonna keep giving them like a run for the titles, possibly,
Mhm.
but I don't see it going
Hopefully.
anywhere. I think one's gonna turn on the other before that happens.
Probably. Oh, for sure. That'll definitely be a good match between
Yeah.
Baszler and Stark if it ever once it comes down to that.
Yeah.
We had
Shayna's
Sami
gonna be
Zayn.
like, "You took my fucking steroid pills."
Bruh. Oh my god. You're just a cheap knockoff version of me. We had Sami Zayn retain over Chad Gable for the Intercontinental title, and man, oh man, I thought Otis was about to lay out Chad Gable right there, right then and
I
there.
did too, man.
I was
Shayna
ready for that.
Baszler
I was ready for him to just knock him out right there.
and Braun Strowman. I hate bullies.
Bro,
Shayna Baszler reminds
that-
me of the clip from that Tom Brady roast where that chick was like talking about Gronk and she was like, "Me no not real money."
I remember that, bro. I remember that. Oh god, that was hilarious. God. So
Yeah.
now I'm curious for now I'm curious who's next for Sami Zayn for the Intercontinental title.
It will be interesting to see which direction they go with that now because
Mhm.
it would appear that the whole segment with Gable has finally come to its conclusion and whatnot. I'm curious to see that what they're going to do with Otis because it's clear that he's now done with Chad Gable and well, Chad Gable might be done with Chad Gable after. Well, we're going to get into that in a minute, but
Yes, we will definitely get back into that. Oh
uh,
god.
but what other matches were from Clash at the Castle? I
So
forgot.
actually,
so
this is a little off subject. It has to
Go
do
ahead.
with WWE, but I was telling Jimbo earlier that like
Mhm.
when it comes to Cody Rhodes, like you would have never thought like years ago when he first got into the WWE that he would be like where he is now.
Bro, okay, I literally thought that about the past couple of weeks, and I remember I put it in the group chat with you guys. We're only in June of this year, and so much stuff that we never thought we would ever see happen in the wrestling world has happened.
100%.
Between
You
that,
know,
Forbidden Doors being open,
yeah,
I
between
mean,
AEW, AEW, TNA, WWE, everybody just crossing over and whatever. We had the Hardys come back to TNA recently. I think this past weekend they came back.
yeah.
Of course, we had Cody winning the WWE title, which is still just mind blowing. We had CM Punk coming back. I know that was last year, but still, CM Punk of all people coming back to
For real.
WWE was insane. Edge leaving WWE and going to another company was pretty crazy too.
My heart still hurts.
I know, same. I think the craziest one, or I think the craziest moment so far, at least to me, and I remember I put in the group chat, is the fact that we had a former AEW guy, Ethan Page, a current TNA wrestler, Jordan Grace, compete at a WWE pay-per-view, NXT Battleground, in a UFC arena. That alone is
That's
just
wild.
mind-blowing to think about. If you'd have told me that, that was going to happen a couple of years ago, I'd have called you crazy.
And not
Oh,
to
no
mention,
doubt.
his match was for the title.
Yeah,
Like,
it
his
was crazy
first
that
match
Ethan
was for
Page's
the NXT
first
title.
match in WWE was for the NXT title. That alone is crazy to think about.
Which, from what I've seen, was a pretty good match.
It was.
Oh yeah.
I only saw the highlights from it, but from what I saw from it, it was a really good match.
Yeah, Ethan Page does not disappoint. Neither does Trick Williams.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I'm still kind of on the fence about Trick Williams, but I mean, he seems all right.
Well, he's done a good job of taking himself from being the sidekick to the main guy. I mean, he's transferred well over to that role.
Yeah, he definitely learned how to get himself over, and kind of out of the Carmelo Hayes sidekick shadow to becoming basically one of the hottest stars right now in NXT, and I dare say WWE right now. So the sky's the limit for Trick
by
Williams.
the way,
what's up?
AEW Fight Forever, the video game, trash. Don't ever download it. It's garbage.
Oh God,
It's so
really?
bad, dude.
God.
I had it on my PS5 the other night, and it was I had it on for what? Not even 5 minutes.
That was bad.
And I was like, this game is like complete and utter garbage.
Yeah,
immediately.
Yeah,
which is crazy because it's made by THQ.
Yeah, and I remember when Cody and Kenny Omega first announced the game, and they were like, "Oh, it's gonna be like a throwback to the older games, like No Mercy or like the SmackDown vs. Raw." And I was like, "Okay, that's a cool concept." And then when it released and everybody was putting out, their videos of their gameplay of it and everything, I was like, "Ugh," because there's not a lot of content on it when it first released, and even over the years since it's been out, and I don't think it's been out that long, to be honest.
It's been out maybe a year, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's been maybe a year or so. Even then, they haven't put any new content towards the game except for wrestlers. But the only downside is the wrestlers. It's only one DLC or one wrestler per DLC, which is really crazy to think about, considering on the WWE side for their 2K games, they put out maybe 5-6 wrestlers to a DLC.
And what's funnier is we were looking through all the wrestlers, and there's like 4 or 5 of them that are in WWE. Like Jake Cargill was on there.
Yeah, that was the
Punk
crazy part. Yeah, that was a crazy part. And a lot of the wrestlers that even were in AEW day one didn't even make it to the roster of the game, which is also really crazy to think about. But I don't know. I was cautiously optimistic about the game, and I mean, it didn't.
Well,
it didn't perform as well as I thought it would.
There's a reason they made it free on PS Plus, because nobody's gonna pay for that shit.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, for real. Yeah, no joke. Yeah. You tried AEW Fight Forever. I don't know.
Fuck you, Tony Khan.
That's why they keep beating him up.
I know. Weasel. Oh God, dude. Tony Khan.
All right. Well, Clash of the Castle, I thought pretty good PLE, but guys, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Monday Night Raw. OMG. Cruz. What? Tell me, man.
Talk about it without blowing a load, okay?
Tell me, man.
Well, gentlemen, after... Well, let's start with the beginning of the show. Of course. We will get to that here in a minute, but of course we had to talk about the other return of that night. Of course, we got to start with the one, the only Seth freaking Rollins.
Yes. Yeah.
Which was really crazy.
It was unexpected, to be honest.
It was honestly unexpected. I did not think he was going to come back this.
I wasn't expecting him until at least SummerSlam.
Yeah. I thought maybe either SummerSlam, Survivor Series, or next year at the Rumble. but
damn, dude, Becky just took time off. What the hell?
For real, dude.
Like, dang, you needed 2 months.
Like, dang, man, you can just relax for like till SummerSlam.
You gotta pay for daycare.
Yeah,
yeah. I say he
probably.
He got a baby freaking Rollins to attend
to. Yeah, so he came back, immediately got into Damian Priest's face, and Damian Priest laid out the challenge, said, hey, you ain't got to worry about climbing the ladder, getting the briefcase, whatever. I want you at Money in the Bank for the title. And I can confirm it has been made official. Damian Priest and Seth freaking Rollins at Money in the Bank for the title. Gentlemen, thoughts?
Who do you think takes it?
Unfortunately, I'm gonna say that Damian Priest holds it for a little bit longer.
Yeah.
So, when is this match confirmed for again? Is it
it's for Money in the Bank.
Money in the Bank next weekend.
Okay, I don't see Damian Priest dropping till at least SummerSlam, maybe after SummerSlam, but I think it'll be a good match. Unfortunately, as with most of the matches, I see Finn Balor and JD McDonough interfering.
JD McDumbass.
I see them interfering, and so I don't see Seth Rollins taking the title yet. If any time before the end of this year, right now, honestly, I feel like he's gonna be easing back in just a little bit. And to be fair, Cruz, you said something that made me kind of think about it. Did Seth Rollins really get into McIntyre or get into Priest's face, or did Priest get into his face?
You are correct. It indeed was the other way around.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Just like I watched it. I definitely think it's the other way around.
Because Seth was just saying he was going to go for Money in the Bank, and then Priest was like, "Nah, like
I'll take no, I want you right now."
Yeah.
That's another thing too. So with Priest and the whole Judgment Day thing, that's something I've been kind of running through my head about. Is like they're kind of putting on this thing with Liv and Dom, but no. But listen. So I have a thought that Liv had before Balor joined the Judgment Day. Liv and Finn had a little bit of like a thing going on with AJ Styles.
Yeah, when they teamed up to take them on.
In my head, I'm like, are they rekindling that? And they're planning to, like, I guess break up the Judgment Day, like them two. It's their plan, and she's like getting to Dom to get into Rhea's head, but at the end of the day, I think they're gonna break it up. And honestly, I have a feeling that Finn at some point is gonna cost Damian the title. I don't know when, but there's also a possibility. Well, I was gonna say there was a possibility, but he lost his qualifying match. But I was gonna say if Finn won Money in the Bank and then cashed in on Damian the night of Money in the Bank.
Oh God, that'd have been insane. But yeah, you are not the first one to think that about the Liv and Finn trying to break up the Judgment Day from the inside because of the past rivalry with them. So I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility. I think.
And Finn took the key card.
Yes, he did.
He did. He was trying to be sly about it, but we all saw it, Finn. We all saw it.
And then maybe after Judgment Day collapses, Rhea goes face. She's coming back babyface anyway. She's full babyface.
Yeah, that's the prevailing thought is she's gonna come back as a babyface, and that would be pretty interesting to see. I'd be down to see babyface Rhea Ripley. I haven't seen babyface Rhea since probably NXT. That's the last time I saw her as a babyface, quote unquote.
She turned on Liv. She was babyface before she went to Judgment Day, kind of.
No, you're right. Yeah, but even then.
Well, I can see it going either way. I mean, I like the Rhea Ripley right now. I mean, contrary to popular beliefs to some people in this household, I love mommy. So, for context on that, my fiance hates that shit, And every time she hears somebody make reference to mommy, she's just like, bleh. I'm just like, we love mommy. And then I'll end up chasing her around the house, going, "Mommy, come back!"
Oh God. Oh my God.
Foreplay action.
Good God.
Oh my God.
But yeah, lots going on there. Lots going on there. I for one am looking to the complete and utter fall apart of the Judgment Day. I just but my thing is, if and when it does fall apart, where does JD McDumbass fall into this? Like, where does he go to after that?
I'm
Because
thinking maybe him and Finn kind of put on a little tag team.
Probably, especially considering Finn Balor was the one that trained JD McDonough, so that'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool to see.
I'm sorry, he trained who, Cruz?
Finn Balor trained JD McDonough. Oh my God, shut up!
Dumbass.
He trained who?
He trained the Funko Pop. He trained the human Funko Pop, as Cody Rhodes called him. By the way, viewers, if to anybody listening or watching this, if you have never seen that video of Cody Rhodes calling JD McDonough a human Funko Pop, please go watch it. It is the most hilarious, 30 seconds ever.
And just hearing Pat McAfee call him JD McDumbass is worth every second of it.
Then whenever he gets hit in the head or something, he's like, he just got knocked out on his big ass cranium. The pure pedistrator. Putting Pat McAfee as an announcer was the best thing they could have done, dude.
Absolutely. Oh God.
Right next to hiring Samantha.
Oh, 100%.
And the name that he gave Braun Strowman, that's one big son of a bitch.
Just saying to everyone out there, including everybody here, if you want to give me anything for my birthday / Christmas and or wedding present, I would love a big SOB shirt. Okay, I will happily wear it on every single podcast we do.
Dude,
it still pisses me off how much hate people give to fucking Samantha.
For real.
I don't understand why they hate on her so much. She's terrific.
They're
she's
mad
wonderful.
because she's beautiful and she knows what the fuck she's doing.
Right.
You're mad at somebody because they're beautiful and they can talk?
All right.
You must hate every person on the planet.
People are jealous, bro. That's all it is.
Exactly. Yeah, it's literally all it is. Just jealousy.
Yeah. Oh, so another talks on Monday Night Raw. One thing that I am extremely intrigued by the direction it's going in, and I'm hoping it's going to go to the next step come Money in the Bank and whatnot, is what's going on between AOP and Karrion Kross and the New Day.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
The whole trying to get Xavier Woods to kind of branch off. I don't know how I feel about that, to be honest.
I don't feel about that either.
I feel like maybe it could work. Maybe bring out a vicious side of him that we haven't seen in a long time.
Yeah.
Or it could just fall apart, to be honest, because I just see Xavier Woods as this goofy, outgoing person. I just don't see him as a heel. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it'd be very weird to see him as a heel, like you said, because he's been the goof guy. Even when he was in TNA as Consequences Creed, he was still always the face. So I don't know, man. I don't really see heel Xavier Woods working out too well.
I also with that whole feud. I know it's a long shot because of the injury he had, but that is a 3-man tag team. They're gonna need a third person.
I know where you're going with this, and
I just want Big E back. I want Big E back so bad. He just brought so much to that group, and him not being there is it sucks, man.
Yeah.
And it sucks what happened to him.
Yeah, it really does. I know that it's a long and I'm with Rafe on this one. I know it's a long shot on him coming back, considering that every time he's come up for medical clearance, it's always a no because of the injury he sustained and whatnot. But I mean, it's not out of the realm of a possibility. I mean, because if you think about it, Edge suffered a similar injury, and granted, he was gone for 10 years, Cruz, right? Something like that.
Yeah,
9 to 10 years. Yeah, he was gone for 9 to 10 years. I hope I really, really hope, because we never want to wish bad things or injuries to end someone's career upon anybody and whatnot. I would enjoy seeing Big E back, but I mean, the possibility is there, but I'm honestly not. I'm not. I'm not holding my breath on it, because if we've learned anything from the injuries like that the superstars have sustained over the year, nowadays especially, WWE takes extreme precaution to make sure that their next bump isn't their life-altering bump.
Yeah. Which is that's the thing too. Is just with Biggie, it's the thing I guess that gets me, that sucks the most, is he was just on that uprising part of his career where he was winning titles and everything else, and then he took this nasty bump and then it just fell.
Yeah.
It's
the worst.
Halted everything. And I know Biggie himself has mentioned, people asking him, will you ever come back, or are you cleared to come back? And he always said, even if he got cleared, he'd still kind of be debating whether to want to come back. Because overall, it's about him looking out for his health.
Well, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, and now he's dating Michin's sister.
Which is another crazy thing I never thought about. But yeah, like Jimbo said, any wrestler that's ever gotten a neck injury, they've either come back completely fine, or their career just ended suddenly, or we'll take Stone Cold in this case. He had a horrible neck injury. Had surgery, and then he did come back, but I mean, after a while, all those injuries added up, and eventually he knew when it was time to end his career. Granted, he did come back for one more match, which was pretty cool. But
100%. Then that was a good match.
It was honestly a pretty good match
all around the arena.
But yeah, even Stone Cold was like, I don't see myself ever coming back. So I mean, who knows? If Biggie comes back, cool. We're still here, ready to cheer him on. If he doesn't come back, cool. At least he's taking care of himself.
I'm enjoying him on the pre-shows and stuff too. I mean, he puts out some great talk shows and stuff like that. So and he's still on up down down every now and then.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's not like if he didn't come back to wrestle that WWE wouldn't have something for him to do. I mean, what's his name, for instance?
I'd love to see him as a GM.
Crap.
Him as a GM would be sick.
Bruce, what's that big black guy's name? The wrestler, the one who tripped and ended up on the ring. Yeah, look at Titus O'Neil. Okay, now, granted, I don't know Titus O'Neil's situation. He's not really much of a wrestler anymore, but he still is an ambassador for WWE.
Yeah,
he does a lot of live things for them and whatnot. He goes to all the big pay-per-views. He's an ambassador. He does Make-A-Wish stuff. It's not like they wouldn't have something for Big E to do.
Yeah. Did y'all see the pre-show for Clash at the Castle when they showed the clip of the storytelling, that the new show that they have?
I did not.
So and the story that Kofi Kingston was telling, it shows like a cartoon clip of a whole bunch of different shit. Well, at one point it showed Titus O'Neil slipping and falling. And
oh my god!
It like pans out of the camera, like it finishes the story, and KO is laughing his ass off. He's like, dude, that was one of the best moments in the history of the Royal Rumble.
It was. It was so sudden.
Like, you have to keep in mind here, these are professional athletes that do this stuff. They have to keep their composure to not break character and whatnot.
Yeah.
But if you're in the ring wrestling and you happen to catch the glance, or Titus O'Neil just trips and you just see him disappear, but props to them for keeping their composure, because I would have fucking broke character instantly.
I think the best part was the commentators just busting out laughing. And you can hear them trying their best to hold it in, but no, they could not. It was so sudden. Like, he literally got speed wobbles right as he got to the ring. He was right there, right at ringside, and just slid right underneath the
Neil!
Zoomies got the best of him.
All right, guys. I'm gonna share my screen really quick just so we can watch this clip.
Oh boy, is it what I think it is? Is it what I think it is? Is it what I think it is?
No.
Show me.
He's had a very busy week here in Saudi Arabia. He's had dinner with many princes and very important people, and he just had a very busy week here in Saudi Arabia. He's had dinner with many princes and very important people, and he just
Oh my
God, what the heck? What did Titus just? I can't believe what I just saw. Did that really happen? Oh my God! Oh my God! Did that happen?
Yes, it did. Yes, it did.
That's all it was. It's just gone. Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God.
What
And
a
if anyone's-
moment that was.
If anyone who's watching or listening to this, please go watch the interview they did with him about it. Because even he was like, "Yeah, that was an unexpected moment." And I think even he himself said, "Yeah, he literally just got speed wobbles, just trying to make his way to the ring, and he just freak accident out of nowhere."
Oh my God, that was so great.
God.
The one angle where you see him disappear.
Disappear.
It was a magic. It's a straight up magic trick. Just gone.
For my next trick, flunk.
Yeah.
So other than
make
that, I
myself
mean,
disappear.
Raw had a few good moments. Jey Uso ended up winning his qualifying match. I'm excited to
Yeah,
see
we had
him in Money
two
in
of
the
So
those.
Bank.
excited. Oh, I'm so happy they're pushing Jey Uso again
Yeah.
with something because, dude, he's got the WWE universe behind him.
Yeah.
Yeet.
That's it. We also had Otis finally standing up to Chad Gable after
Finally.
Gable's match from Braun Strowman, which pretty hype. Just pretty hype to see.
Yeah.
And then, like you mentioned, we had two Money in the Bank qualifying matches. Io Sky won it for the women's.
Yep.
And then Jey Uso, as you mentioned, won it for the guys. We had Braun Breaker and Sheamus both challenging.
I forgot about
Sami
that
Zayn for the
match.
Intercontinental title, which I'm pretty hyped about.
He murdered
Whoa.
Ludwig Kaiser.
Oh my God, that dude got just annihilated by Braun Breaker. Oh my God.
The
I
Sonic
have
Rings
never-
one killed me.
Oh my God, that was hilarious. Oh my God, that was hilarious. Then we had Drew McIntyre quitting WWE because of course of what happened at Clash at the Castle.
You know, I was like kind of like, how is he just gonna quit like that? But then again, my fiance Megan, she's really gotten into WWE with me, which I'm so excited about because like when we first started dating, she wasn't really into it that much. She kind of just like let me sit there and watch it by myself. But now she's into it a lot. And she actually follows Drew McIntyre on Twitter. And when he said he quit, she got on Twitter and she goes, "Oh, Drew McIntyre deleted his Twitter account." I was like, "Oh my God!"
He just deleted everything. Yeah, I love when wrestlers do that when they like quit like storylines and they like deactivate everything. So it's like, God, they actually did quit. But no, but
I just want to circle the wagon really quick because I didn't get a chance to talk about it.
Go ahead.
But the Braun Breaker and Sheamus match was probably my favorite match of the night.
It was actually a really good match. I absolutely enjoyed it.
We're talking about two generational superstars, two big, but I mean like generational superstars going at it. And honestly, I felt that Sheamus carried that match really well.
Yes.
He did,
and I was just blown away by how well the match went, and then Braun Breaker just massacring Ludwig Kaiser.
Bro,
Ludwig thought he was gonna hurt Sheamus and ended up getting fucked.
Dude, I know we've talked about it before, but Braun Breaker is so scary fast.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, like, dude is just like he's like a crackhead on speed. It's just nonstop.
That football background of his coming into so it definitely worked out for him.
I definitely foresee him being a WWE champion very soon.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He is gonna have a singles run. He's probably honestly, I can even see him having a tag team run with who? No idea.
Oh yeah, Chelsea. That would be pretty cool to see.
Other than that, I think there's one huge thing that we need to talk about in Raw instead of talking about it. I think we should watch it together and show everybody what we're talking about.
Really quick, for context, for anybody listening or watching this, this took place immediately after the Jey Uso, Finn Balor, Rey Mysterio qualifying match. So, of course, Jey won it. He was celebrating, and as you will see in the clip, we finally got the big return. So, let's go ahead and take a look.
I'm sharing my screen if y'all got it pulled up.
Yeah, I've got it pulled up.
All right, there we go.
I don't hear you. There we go. Oh my god! Oh my god, God. I'm getting goosebumps all over again. I'm not even lying. Y'all don't even understand. Just to give some context right now, just explain. Okay, and we're about to get into it. I lost my shit, and Megan could not understand why.
And my jaw dropped when you started hearing the music.
Oh, the door!
The build-up was amazing.
You guys can't see me right now, but when we come back, if I'm teary-eyed, mind your fucking business.
No, I don't blame you. No, I'm getting a little teary-eyed myself, not gonna lie. The build-up to this was amazing, I'm not gonna lie.
It really was.
The whole, with the door and then everything you're about to see, it was amazing.
This was one of the creepiest things I've ever seen.
It was, but it was so good. Oh, you just see her coming out of the darkness.
Oh god,
Megan saw this and she was like, "What the fuck?" And Megan's just like, "What the hell?" I'm just like, "Oh my god!"
This is nightmare fuel, bro.
This is real life. The Ring. This is watching that movie in real life.
I don't know about y'all, but just seeing the lantern literally made my heart so happy.
All right.
I love the fact that they're staying true to his roots.
They're staying true to the vision that he had of the Wyatt family.
Yeah. I love seeing her point to the back.
Yeah, and just them just following into the back and just. Oh, dude,
this was insane. Seeing everybody like this slow pacing. It's literally like a horror movie.
And you just see these guys are just
you see a bunch of
then you just see this giant, massive thing with
Eric
that says help
is
on it.
Back in WWE.
This nightmare fuel. Yeah, that was crazy.
And then you go to the curtain and the carnage here.
This was amazing. This was my favorite part of this.
This really was. This was. And honestly, I don't think they could have picked a perfect person to be this character.
Yeah.
This guy's reputation in the WWE, and we're gonna get into context about who all these people are playing these characters, but this guy was perfect.
Yeah.
Dude, just look how fucking creepy that is.
He's sitting like Malachi Black.
For anybody watching along, if you look really closely, that's Braun Strowman right there, knocked out.
Yes.
And then we go through the
really crazy thing about that was crazy. That's some purge nonsense right there.
Yep. And then look,
here we go.
The everywhere. Everybody, RIP Chad Gable.
That's what you get for being a bully.
Oh, here it is. Here it is.
I have something to mention about that when we're done with this. But here we go. The big reveal. The big reveal.
Oh my god, I have goosebumps. So. Oh my god. For those watching,
that's a creepy shot.
If you've been a WWE fan as long as Cruz has, if you have the privilege of getting to watch Bray Wyatt bring the characters that he did to life and the vision he had for the Wyatt Six, this is it all coming together. Granted that Bray Wyatt is no longer with us, he will always be the face of the Wyatts.
Oh yeah. slow walk to the arena.
Oh, and then when it glances to his face, just this sick, twisted smile.
That one little moment where he broke character because he knew they were celebrating at Bray. There it is right there. God, this is just straight up nightmare fuel.
I don't think they could have executed this any better, to be honest.
No,
with you.
oh my God, no.
I mean,
what's crazy is this is on a Raw.
Yeah,
this was on Raw. This was not on a pay-per-view or anything. This was live TV.
Here it comes. Here it comes. The line that we've been waiting so hard for.
That was it. Yeah. Literal that jump scare. The jump scare thing. Literal chills. Literal chills.
Chills.
You
good over there, Jimbo?
Oh my God! Yeah, I can't even begin to explain. Like, I literally cried Monday night when I saw this, and Megan was just like, "Are you crying?" I was like, "You don't understand how important this is to me."
Right.
Because I had to explain to her because she wasn't sure who Bray Wyatt is. I had to explain to her, who Wyndham Rotunda was, how he started, where he came from, the vision that he brought to WWE, the creative characters that he brought to life, and just when he passed away, it was so heartbreaking. And to finally see this all come together was just, it literally brings tears to my eyes.
All right.
And to know that his brother is the one that's doing it.
Yeah,
100%. I wish it with all my heart that Bray Wyatt could have been here to see this, because this is everything he built up to create.
And that's a thought too. Is a lot of people are saying the Wyatt Six. Who's the sixth member? And I'm like, it's Bray.
Yeah, it's
Bray. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's Bray.
Like there's.
Bray Wyatt is the sixth member you will never see.
Yeah,
but he'll always be there though. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Again, you're seeing this and you see me wiping my tears away. Mind your business. just enjoy it with us.
To anybody watching this or listening to this, you gotta understand. Like Jimbo said, we as fans enjoyed Bray Wyatt, watching him, go through his career from Husky Harris to Bray Wyatt, the Eater of Worlds, the Fiend, and everything in between that. And then we started hearing the rumors that he was going to have a group, the Wyatt Six. Unfortunately, it didn't work out when Bray was here with us, and we all thought it's never going to happen. And we all thought what's going to happen with his brother and Eric and everybody else that was supposed to be in the group. And then to start seeing the QR codes and everything start popping up. And for us wrestling fans to be invested in that and finally see the payoff of the debut of the Wyatt Six, it's amazing, and it was definitely worth the time that they put in with all the clues and everything like that.
All the QR codes. I mean,
the fact that they did it on Raw and not like a PLE.
Again, that's
so that everybody could see
crazy. Yeah. But and as Jimbo mentioned, they definitely picked the right people to be the Wyatt Six.
Now, can we go over who is who?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. So,
Uncle Howdy Cruz. Who is Uncle Howdy?
So Uncle Howdy is, of course, Bo Dallas, aka Bray Wyatt's brother,
otherwise known as Taylor Rotunda.
Yeah, Taylor Rotunda.
Yes, sir. And the Bird. Who's the Bird, Cruz?
The Bird, I believe, if I remember correctly, Mercy the Buzzard is supposed to be Dexter Loomis.
It is.
Yes. The way he was sitting in the gloves, you could see.
Which is really
cool. He was sitting there just cross-legged, just like this and whatnot. They couldn't have picked a better person to be Mercy the Buzzard.
He's definitely gonna be very intimidating. Based on size of Dexter Lumis alone, he's gonna be very intimidating as Mercy the Buzzard. Really quick
100%.
before we go on to the next members, I did see obviously this is probably kayfabe, but Indy Hartwell wants a divorce from Dexter Lumis after his debut with the Wyatt Six.
I saw that. I thought that was
Cracked me up when I
crazy.
saw that. I died when I saw her post about that.
Why? She's a heel now.
I guess so. I don't know if it's because she's a heel or because he's with them now with the Wyatt Six, but that was pretty funny to see. So Uncle Howdy, obviously,
Cruz,
but Dallas Mercy is
the next character I'm curious about because I don't know who it is. Husky's the pig.
Husky's the pig is Joe Gacy from NXT, who used to be the leader of the Schism.
That's who that is. Okay, got it.
Yeah, he had like the creepy, like this purge smiley face mask.
Okay. Because I remember they showed who they did a side by side. I saw it on social media of all who they were and whatnot. I was like, I don't recognize this guy. Who is this guy?
Okay. Yeah, it's Joe Gacy. He's actually a pretty darn good wrestler. If you ever get a chance to watch him in NXT.
When Ava debuted in NXT, she was in his group.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. That's good.
Yeah.
All right.
He had his own little group.
Moving on, Cruz. We're all excited about this one. Who is the Ramblin' Rabbit?
Ramblin' Rabbit is, of course, the one and only Eric Rowan making his return to WWE.
So happy
once again, be involved with the Wyatt family in some way, shape, or form. Which I also thought was pretty cool.
They couldn't have picked a better person because from what I understand, the relationship that he had with Bray, I mean, everybody that knew him said that them two were so close that it was insane.
Oh yeah, that whole little family of them were actually really tight. Him, Bray, Brody, and Strowman were all really tight with each other. So for Eric to be able to come back and do this with Bray's brother Bo is pretty epic.
Absolutely. And then to
Bray and Brody Lee's memory alive.
Yeah, and then to round it all out, who I can only assume is Sister Abigail. Creepy as shit. I
do think that was Sister Abigail, and of course this was a pretty obvious one because people already made the assumption that it was going to happen. Of course, it is official. It is, of course, Nikki Cross.
Man,
makes sense.
As Sister Abigail, which also makes sense.
Did y'all notice that both Nikki Cross and Dexter Lumis, towards the end of them, before they disappeared on their respective shows, were both completely quiet and just staring into nothingness?
They were just kind of staring into the abyss.
That's long-term storytelling, dude. That is insane.
My
it's
other
almost like it was
one
leading to this.
My other favorite one was for Joe Gacy, because he was like, I lost my group, I lost my family, because Ava became the GM of NXT, and then the other two, the grizzled young veterans, left NXT. They got released. So Joe Gacy was kind of just floating around. He was like, I have no family, I have no group. He has a new family with the Wyatt Six. So
does he ever?
Yeah, right. What a family you came into, my guy.
And then on top of that, after the show, apparently a fan caught a picture with him at Whataburger in Corpus Christi.
I saw that, bro. I saw that picture.
So the comment said something like, they just murdered everyone in this show. Over here eating a burger with a fan.
Yeah, dude, that was such a random picture to see from what we just saw, because I saw it the next day. So just to go from what I saw the night before with them coming out in the getup and everything with the presentation, and then seeing them at a random Whataburger with a fan was such a 180. It was so weird.
Yeah,
that's good stuff though. That was good stuff.
I mean, as far as wrestling goes, I think that's pretty much topped it off. We've got to get through our sports as well.
Yeah.
I've actually got some family coming in, so I wanted to.
Oh man! Oh, my bad. All right, so that'll wrap up WWE talk. So we're gonna hop into the NHL talk. So who wants to take point on this?
And, so NHL.
Oh my God, that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, it was heartbreaking for me, to be honest, with the Stars coming out, and just the Panthers, man. I mean, and now we are currently tied 3-3. Panthers were up. I think they were up 3-0.
3-0. The Oilers have fought tooth and nail all the way back to force game 7.
Yes.
Holy balls! This is what good sports are made of.
Oh, 100%.
The Panthers are a great team. No, not dissing them at all. I was kind of sad that the Stars didn't make it, but not surprised. You know, everything in Dallas falls apart. Yeah. We're gonna get into that in just a moment because there's a reference to that one, and everybody knows what I'm talking about. But hey, hats off to the Oilers, man. Down 3-0 in a best-of-7 series. Cruz is still getting into the sports side with us and whatnot, but you two in particular know how hard it is to go down 3-0 in a best-of-7 and battle your way all the way back.
Oh, 100%.
We see it in baseball. We see it in basketball.
It's never been done in basketball. Never.
It's wild.
I just sworn it was. I might be wrong.
They were down 3-1.
Yes.
That was it.
LeBron and the Cavs came back down 3-1.
That was it. Yeah.
Yeah. Good for Queen James. Nobody cares.
Oh. He goes, oh. Oh, God. Bro, are you about to fall? Try to catch yourself.
But anyway, so the Oilers have officially brought themselves back to life, tied up the series 3-3, will force Game 7 to decide who the Stanley Cup champion is going to be this year. Gentlemen, who are your picks?
I'm going to say Panthers close it out.
You think so?
I think
I'm going Oilers.
I'm about to say, I believe in the underdog. I love rooting for the underdog. Let's go Oilers. Let's complete the comeback and hoist the Stanley Cup.
I just think the Panthers are going to score early and they're not going to be able to come back.
We will see. I mean, I don't know when Game 7 is supposed to be, but we'll definitely see.
No, I gotta agree. Even though I haven't watched any of it, I gotta go with the Oilers. I mean, how are you gonna make a comeback from 3-0 to tie and force into the final game? I mean, clearly if they're gonna go down, they're gonna go down swinging. So
there's an understory being
this is literally an underdog story. Yeah.
Watch it come down to a penalty shot.
They don't do those anymore. Really?
Oh yeah, you're right. They don't do penalty shots anymore. I was about to say that would be some heartbreaking bullshit.
No, they don't. They just do overtime until someone scores. It's like sudden death.
Oh man, that's good. I mean, that's all we really got for NHL right now.
Really quick, because you asked when Game 7 was. Game 7 will be on Monday, June 24th at 7 p.m.
On Monday. Of course, it's on Monday.
That'll be Game 7.
Well, we'll have that to talk about on the next episode. Switching gears, I just made the reference about shit falling apart in Dallas.
Oh, man. I know where this is going.
Falling apart in Dallas.
I know exactly where this is going. I've seen clips of what I assume you guys are about to talk about.
It should have been a clean 4-0 to be 100%. I think Boston lost that shit on purpose to win at home.
Maybe, but
there's
you know what?
There's no way in hell they were gotten beaten by 40 fucking points.
Perhaps, I don't know. But you know what? I talked to my boss about this the next day when we got back to work and whatnot. And my boss's argument to me was, and I'll be the first to admit it, I never made a pick. My boss asked me who thinks taking the series and who he thinks winning the NBA championship. I told him I cannot pick because this is really tough to call. Because on one hand you had the Dallas Mavericks, okay, who battled everybody in the Western Conference, who I still believe is the superior conference. But kudos to the Celtics for winning the NBA championship. They deserved it. But you had the Dallas Mavericks, who battled everybody in the Western Conference, even knocking off the champions from last year to make it to the NBA Finals. Okay? But then you have the Mavericks. Or not the Mavericks, sorry. The Celtics. You have the Celtics, who ran roughshod over everyone in the East. Yeah, they gave up 1 or 2 games during the playoffs, but you never, and this is why I told my boss that I couldn't pick because I felt it was too close. You never saw the Celtics have issues with anybody.
Yeah.
They were so potent and whatnot, the way they played with Drew Holiday, with Jason Tatum, all the rest of them and whatnot. I told him it was too hard to pick, and at the end of it, I told him I was like, I'm not gonna say much. I'm just gonna say I told you so. It was.
Do you know what is a crazy stat line that shocked me in a way, but didn't?
What's that?
Luka Doncic did not make a single 3 in the last 2 games. Even the game they won. He was like 0 for 15.
Oh man.
That's
Cody,
rough.
did you watch any of the NBA Finals?
Yes, I watched every game.
Your thoughts?
Honestly, I was hoping after they had that blowout against Boston that they would, turn it on and figure it out. But
yeah,
obviously, because you never say never, right? But
yeah, of course.
At the end of the day, Boston is just a powerhouse, and I mean, it is what it is. Once they get momentum going, it's game over.
I will say though,
100%.
Jason Tatum is a cheesy little bitch.
Hold up! I gotta ask why.
So he uses everybody else's.
He's
things.
not original. He says things that everybody else has said, and that's just cheesy as shit to me.
Well, I mean, what?
I like Jaylen Brown. I think Jaylen Brown deserved the MVP.
He quoted Kanye West, for Christ's sakes.
Okay, yeah, that was okay. That was dumb. Okay. And yes, I agree. Jaylen Brown definitely deserved the MVP and whatnot. But honestly, I felt that this was Jason Tatum's make or break year, because they've had similar seasons like this where they make a deep run into the playoffs, but they get knocked out and whatnot. I don't know if I can see the Celtics winning the title again within the next coming years, but this was definitely their year because they had a stacked team. They had good floor players. They had a good bench players as well. And honestly, I was talking to my boss about this. This is that one thing about having good bench players is what made the San Antonio Spurs. You guys remember back then when the San Antonio Spurs were running roughshod in the NBA, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what made San Antonio
Tim
so
Duncan.
good. Yeah, exactly. Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, Thiago Splitter, Boris Diaw, Patty Mills, Danny Green, all of them. They had amazing starters, but they also had amazing bench players. And that is what I think gave the Celtics the complete advantage they needed to win this.
Yeah, 100%.
Because if you look at the Mavericks, okay, yes, they got Kyrie, probably the best handles in the NBA. Yes, you got Luka, who once he gets turned on, it's hard to switch him off. But who else do you got?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can't win a championship with just 2 players. And not just that, when they have to sit down, who do you got coming off the bench to do anything?
Yeah.
You have to be able to maintain scoring while your starters are getting rest.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, I didn't see Dallas winning going into this matchup. But again, I never made a pick because I didn't know.
May I say I have an unpopular opinion probably, but MVP stands for most valuable player. That's not the person who scored the most. That's not the person who, had the most assists, whatever. In my opinion, the Celtics played so much better when Porzingis was on the court. when Kristaps Porzingis was on the court, dude, the Mavs couldn't score.
Yeah. Okay, I'll give you that one. I'll agree. I'll definitely agree with that. I think he brings a certain. Now, granted, the last couple games he didn't really do much and whatnot. I think he sat out one of them, and then he didn't do much in the final game. But his first game back, dude went off.
Yeah,
I think he had like 23 points in his first game back in the entire finals.
Yeah.
But you're right. When he was on the floor, he commands that you have to guard him because he's a big. He's a big down low. He can slam on you. He can hit from mid range, and he can post it up from the three. So I agree. I think he made things really, 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 really hard for them to be able to, because I think that the Celtics just had too many power players to try to guard all at one time.
Yeah.
Especially with Drew Holiday, especially with Brown, with Tatum.
Well, that's what I was telling everybody. I said literally every single position on the Celtics roster can shoot a three. The Mavs had 2, maybe 3 people that could shoot threes consistently.
Yeah.
And even they weren't shooting consistently in the end.
True. This just furthers the more, like I said, that it would appear the only team in the Dallas-Fort Worth area that can get anything done is the Texas Rangers.
And even then, they're looking like dog shit right now too.
I'm not even gonna say anything because my Yankees have not been looking too hot over the last couple of games. They actually got tanked today and yesterday. Today they got beat by the Braves 8-1. And then when was it? Yesterday, I believe. Hold on, give me 1 second. Let me pull the scores from yesterday.
Damn, and that's with Acuna being out for the season.
So yesterday they got beat 8. Today they got beat 8-1. Yesterday, are y'all ready for this? They had the past 3 games. They had a series with the Orioles. Okay, they won the first game 4-2. They lost the second game 7-6. And here's the embarrassment. They lost game 3 17-5.
Oh my god.
But to be fair, the Orioles have played really well this year.
Yes, they have, but when you're number 1 in your division and you're leading the MLB right now with overall, don't forget to show up.
I saw that score and I was like, "What the fuck?"
That my phone glitched.
It's been rough the past couple games, but you know what? The Yankees have been good this entire season. I feel that after the I think that we're coming up on the All-Star break soon. I feel that going into the All-Star break, they'll have some decent time to rest and relax, and then after the All-Star break, they'll come out back on fire, leading into the postseason.
Yeah.
That's all I've got for today. You guys got anything else you guys want to add?
I don't think so. I think next week we'll be able to talk about the card coming up for Money in the Bank.
Yes, because Cruz, Money in the Bank, is that next Saturday or the following Saturday?
I think it's next.
Let me look it up real quick. And I believe on SmackDown they had more qualifying matches. I might be wrong. Let's see.
It is July 6th, so
yeah, July 6th. So it'll be
2 weeks.
Yeah.
It is gonna be on a Saturday, right?
Yeah, 4th of July weekend.
Okay. Yeah. So Money in the Bank, 2 weeks away. We'll be able to talk about the Money in the Bank card next week. Once we know all the qualified participants, we'll get into some more details about everything else, including wrestling and anything we hear along the way. Now that the basketball season is finally concluded, and by that point the NHL will have wrapped up as well.
And NFL training camps are starting up, so
they start this weekend. Yep.
All roads lead to football,
matches.
boys. That's some in the next coming weeks and the next coming months. All roads lead to football.
Yeah. Really quick, they had 3 qualifying matches for SmackDown tonight. Chelsea Green qualified. She defeated Michin and Bianca Belair. Carmella Hayes qualified. He defeated Randy Orton. And Andrade qualified. He defeated Kevin Owens and Grayson Waller.
That was an interesting match. But but we'll get more into that next week and whatnot. Yeah. If no one's got anything else left to say, this has been Unhinged and Undocumented with the big man Jimbo, the Twin Magic, Cody and Rafe.
Thanks, guys.
And our undocumented man himself, Cruz. Y'all have a good night.
Later. Stay blessed.
All right, man. Later.